Give yourself permission to be you, to say what you actually feel, to like what you actually like, to dislike what you actually dislike, to honor who you truly are. It sounds so simple and cliche, right? But it sounds like the obvious things to do. But when you are a recovering people pleaser like myself, you know that this is a lesson that you actually had to learn. For the longest time, I moved through life cautiously. And I didn't think this then, but it was just because I was afraid. Afraid that if I didn't align with everyone else, I'll be met with criticism. Afraid that if I had the wrong opinion, I'll be rejected and the people I care about wouldn't like me anymore. I thought that to be agreeable meant to be good. So I held back. I waited, I watched. I let the room decide how I should feel before I let myself feel it. I remember I used to actually wait to see what people thought before I said what I thought because I didn't want to have the unpopular opinion. And this was me, honestly, throughout my childhood. I remember feeling burnt out by the weight of wanting to be accepted. So something just had to give, right? And the transformation for me started with accepting who I was almost radically. I realized that where I was in my journey was mine, no one else's but mine. And although my opinions might evolve over time, I stopped being ashamed of who I was in the here and now. I stopped outsourcing my voice. I stopped needing someone else's yes before I could give myself my own. I believe that people pleasing comes from a lack of self-acceptance. We think that validation must come externally to be valid. We don't realize that we can validate our own selves. Personally, the first step to breaking free from being a people pleaser was deciding that I was already enough. That my thoughts, my opinions, my preferences were all valid, even if no one else clapped for them. And you know what I found? The people who stayed were not the people who I had to shape shift to please. They were the people who honored my voice, who accepted me for just who I was. And honestly, even if they hadn't, I had learned to accept myself. So listen, we have to give ourselves what we keep putting in other people's hands. You do not exist at the whim of someone else. Honoring others does not mean dishonoring yourself. You can be anyone, so why not yourself? So give yourself permission to be, to take up space, to stop apologizing for the fullness of who you are. You deserve that. And the world is also deserving of the real you.